Ron Crider reporting for duty, March the 7th, and here we go with the numbers today. The numbers are really good. Seldom I got a chance to say that because I've already done the numbers. I'm just going to do this very short little opening piece. I want to say one thing about the weather tonight. Clear to partly cloudy, gusty winds during the evening, low about 56 degrees tomorrow, winds northeast at 20 miles per hour, 20 to 30 miles per hour. Higher wind gusts are possible tonight. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy skies in the morning will give way to cloudy skies during the afternoon. Doesn't look like we have much of a chance of rain tomorrow, but a lot of winds tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low near about 60 degrees. So that's the weather forecast for the Treasure Coast, a typical Florida weather here for this time of year as we start rolling through March. I'm getting all ready to do a little bit of early celebrating for my birthday. Yeah, we people, we celebrate our birthday for the entire month of March. My daughter is here from North Carolina, and my other daughter is here as well, and grandkids and everybody, and we're going to distance space and have a little early celebration because my daughter's birthday, Kim's, is on March the 14th, and mine is on March the 10th, so we always try to get together early and do it so we can celebrate together. And that's going to be a nice thing, and it's always fun to see everybody in distance space. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. I have a couple of short little videos that I'm going to show you, little news clips that I have here. This is on COVID-19 and what is a long hauler. It has nothing to do with trucks, I can tell you that. And about 30% of the people who get COVID-19 become long haulers, and you don't want to be one of those people. When we talked about this earlier on, where they were having these COVID-19 parties, and they say, who can get COVID-19 first? This gives a whole lot of fun. Well, wait till you see what happens to the long haulers, and 30% of the people who get COVID-19 get this long hauler experience. We don't know how long it's going to last because it hasn't been around here terribly long, but you're going to hear about it coming up on this video. That's the first one you're going to see. And the next little short news clip I have is Dr. Walensky going to answer some questions in COVID-19 about do I need to get the shot if I've already had COVID and so forth. Anyway, those are very short. Those two videos together aren't longer than 3.5 minutes. And then we'll jump right into the numbers. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to push that like button. Good heavens, you got to push the like button. That's my tip. And, it's getting closer to my birthday. This is kind of like a little early birthday present. Alrighty, here we go with the little videos. Back in a flash.
Catherine Hanson has been battling post-COVID symptoms for nearly a year.
I was getting not just a racing heart, but I was getting like stabs and pinches in my chest. And then I was getting like hypertension headaches and dizziness and nauseous.
Unable to find treatment options in her local community, the former Pilates instructor made a drastic decision. She moved. In September, Catherine relocated to a new house, nearly 3 hours closer to the University of Washington's post-COVID center.
Is it true that you moved specifically to get treatment for long COVID?
Yes, I did move specifically so I had access to a long COVID center and doctors that were knowledgeable and had experience with COVID patients.
Dr. Aaron Bonnell is co-director of the Seattle-based clinic. He says there's a national shortage when it comes to post-COVID care.
The numbers of patients are staggering, so I think it will take a while for the medical system to adjust and build the capacity to help everyone.
Studies indicate up to 30% of COVID patients, including those never hospitalized, experience some post-infection symptoms for a period of months, meaning millions of Americans could experience prolonged heart, lung, and neurological issues. But nationwide, there are just a few dozen official post-COVID clinics to treat patients. New York's Mount Sinai Post-COVID Center is one of them. And clinic coordinator Desiree Bremer showed us just how high demand for treatment is.
You have 283 new messages.
Hundreds of messages from patients seeking coveted appointments come in each day.
Many of my patients are so desperate to get care that they actually drive 5 to 6 hours, and some even get on a private jet plane. There's patients who we see who have traveled here from Florida, who have traveled here from Texas, who have traveled here from various other areas where there aren't these centers yet.
Back in Seattle, Catherine says she's grateful to only be a short drive from post-COVID care now.
I just wasn't getting better, and I wasn't getting any answers. I needed to get here, and I needed to see doctors that really understood what was going on.
Her body still hasn't recovered, but now she has some peace of mind.
My name is Rochelle Walensky, and I am the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
How do we get this pandemic under control?
We have to mask, we have to socially distance, we have to wash our hands, we have to avoid crowds, avoid travel, and then we have to get vaccinated when we can.
Explain the COVID mutations and how we stop them.
So when viruses mutate, they can make mistakes when they replicate, and when they replicate and make mistakes, sometimes they have some advantage to the virus. So the new variants are just like the old variants in terms of the disease. However, they may be less forgiving. So if there was a mask breach before that might not have caused disease, it might this time. So we just have to do the exact same things.
If someone has had COVID-19, should they still get the vaccination?
It's likely if you've had COVID-19 before, you still have some immune protection up to at least about 90 days. So yes, you're eligible for vaccination, but we might ask that you consider waiting so that others who don't have any immunity could get vaccinated before you.
Will we need to retake the vaccine every so often?
We don't have data on that yet. The vaccine trials are looking out to 2 years, and so those data will be forthcoming, and as soon as we have them, we'll let the public know.
Are we on track to administer 100 million shots in the first 100 days?
We are absolutely on track. We have been working really hard. At day 100, we're not done. We still have 200 million more Americans that we need to get vaccinated, and that track record will continue.
What's the biggest COVID-19 myth that you would like to get rid of right now?
That masking doesn't work. Okay, awesome. That was fun. Okay.
Alrighty, folks, here we go in the numbers department for Saturday. It's the 7th of March. I got these numbers in fairly early today. At the moment, it happens to be 4:04. It doesn't mean much to you right now, but just to give you an idea of the time frame it takes from the time I start doing this until I actually get it done. So here we go. We do have some good numbers today. Like we're under 100 with the deaths. Check this out. For the entire state of Florida, 63 new deaths reported in the past 24 hours. That's down by 40. Yesterday it was 103. Positives, 4,098. That's down by 592. That's another good thing. We're getting down. We're still in the 4,000s. We don't like that too much, but at least they're coming down. Now let's go over here and take a look at the vaccination so far. In the past 24 hours, 123,715 vaccinations given out in the past 24 hours. Total number of people who were vaccinated in the entire state of Florida, 5,483,531. What is that number? What does that number mean? That number means that 26.48% of all of the people in the entire state of Florida have so far been vaccinated. Alrighty, let's take a look at Miami. Oh no, one other number I need to show you over here. Positivity rate is 5.84. I have it backwards here, 5.84. That did go up. Sorry about that. Yesterday it was 4.91. That was the first time the positivity rate for the entire state of Florida was under 5% since I can remember lately. Today it is 5.84, so there is a little red on the screen there. Now we're going to go down to Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade, 4 new deaths to report, 1,068 new positives. As far as vaccinations are concerned, in Miami-Dade, they did 15,471, and they have totally vaccinated now 15.21% in Miami-Dade. Now in Broward County, 10 new deaths to report, 648 new positives, and in the past 24 hours, they vaccinated 8,963. In Broward County, Fort Lauderdale area is about 15.88% vaccinated. In the Palm Beaches, take a look at this. 2 new deaths in the Palm Beaches, 271 new positives, 3,992 people vaccinated in the past 24 hours. 20.58% of the people in the Palm Beaches have been vaccinated thus far. In Orange County is Orlando, 1 new death to report, 283 new positives. They vaccinated 7,285 people in the past 24 hours, and 11.75% of the people in Orange County have been vaccinated. That's a pretty low number compared to the rest of these counties. Now let's go down here to Brevard County. That's up the Space Coast, Melbourne area. No new deaths to report. This is good. 119 new positives, 1,610 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours. They vaccinated 16.30% up there in Brevard County. And then in St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. No new deaths to report anywhere here on the Treasure Coast. 49 new positives, 536 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours. And St. Lucie County has vaccinated 17.74%. Martin County is Stewart. No new deaths to report. 18 new positives. That's a very low number. I almost didn't believe I saw that number correctly. 18 new positives, 942 new vaccinations, and Martin County has vaccinated 24.63%. And in Indian River County, that's Vero Beach, no new deaths to report, 21 new positives, 207 new vaccinations in the past 24 hours. And get this, Indian River County has so far vaccinated 27.93% of the population of Indian River County. Indian River County's population, 153,989. By the way, just in case you didn't know this, Miami-Dade is 2,699,000. Broward is 1,926,000. Palm Beach County is 1,465,000. Orange County, or the Orlando area, is 1,349,000. Brevard, just north of us, 585,507. St. Lucie County is 312,247. So they're almost twice as big as Indian River County is. All right, let's move down here now and take a look at the zip codes for Indian River County, and they did balance out today, 21 of those. These are all going to be positive numbers for the past 24 hours. It's 32948, 4 new positives, 32958, 1 new positive, 32960, 32962, 32963, and the Barrier Island, 1 new one, 329,663, 329,674, 329,683. Now we're going to come down here and take a look at the 7-day moving averages. How about this? Yesterday we were 126.57. Today we are 119.43. What that means, again, is that's the number of people who passed away as a result of COVID in the entire state of Florida for the past 7 days, 7-day moving average. All right, these numbers did come in yesterday at 428, and these are the numbers from around the United States. Total number of administered vaccinations in the entire United States so far, 87,912,323. They're putting out daily about 2,158,000. 75% of the government's vaccines have been used up thus far. The United States is 26.79% vaccinated. The entire United States, 26.79%. Texas vaccinated 204,902. They've used up 73% of their vaccinations, and Texas is 23.55% vaccinated. In California, 264,079 people were vaccinated out there in the past 24 hours, over 250,000 people. They've used up 75% of their vaccines, and 26.36% of California has been vaccinated. And as I told you, here in Florida, we've vaccinated 123,715. We've used up 73.20% of our vaccines. 26.48% of Florida has been vaccinated. And up in Rhode Island, for our friend Jay Gutman, 9,242 would be the number of people that were vaccinated in the past 24 hours. They've used up 80% of their vaccines. And look at this. They're 29.29% vaccinated up there in Rhode Island. Good for you. In Colorado, 36,462. Those were the number of vaccinations in the past 24 hours. 78.2% of their vaccines have been used up, and they have vaccinated so far in the entire state of Colorado 27.44%. Up in Wisconsin, they have a big number in Wisconsin. But Wisconsin vaccinated in the past 24 hours 42,845. They've used up 89% of their vaccines, and they are 29.56% vaccinated for the entire state of Wisconsin. Minnesota. Let's take a look at Minnesota. Minnesota vaccinated 43,673. They have 83% of their vaccines have been used up at the moment, but they have vaccinated so far 28.87% of their population. Up in New Jersey, 67,167. That's the number of vaccinations in the past 24 hours. 80% of their vaccines are used, and they've vaccinated 27.91% in the New Jersey area. Jersey has 8,882,000 people. State of New York vaccinated 140,251 in the past 24 hours. 71% of their vaccines are used up, almost 72. And the state of New York has 25.92% of the state totally vaccinated. As far as Manhattan is concerned, 68,885 is the number of people who were vaccinated in the past 24 hours. 76.9% of their vaccines are used up. Now, as I tell you, when I say these vaccines are used up, it doesn't mean they're going to run out. That means they're going to be replenished here very soon, and they're more on the way, and they're coming in a whole lot faster. So that's really a good thing. Alrighty, we're going to jump into these numbers over here, which we refer to as the global view. It's not these numbers, it's these numbers over here. Sorry about that. 28,984,170 are the total number of cases since we started COVID-19 in the entire United States. 28,984. Number of deaths in the United States since we started, 524,794. 524,000, over 500,000 people have passed away as a result of COVID since we got started here. This is the biggest number of all. This is 116,710,000. That's the number of people worldwide that contracted COVID-19 since we started. And the global deaths, 2,591,024, the number of people who passed away worldwide. Now, so one interesting thing, let's go back here to this other chart for just a second and take a look at this. We've only been doing this. We've only been vaccinating people for 90 days. Yeah, we started, I think, around December the 15th or 14th. There was a nurse in New York who got the first dose of vaccine, and we have vaccinated 26%, almost 27% of the entire United States. That did not happen by accident, folks. Come on, let's not. I'm so upset with everybody when they say, but the president took over. He didn't have anything to work with. Where do you think we got all these vaccines from? I mean, they started back in December, and in 3 months, we've done this. And he's only been president for like a little over a month, for heaven's sake. So come on, got to give a little credit for President Trump and his administration for at least getting the ball rolling here. And now, hopefully, President Biden will continue it, and maybe by June, as they said earlier on in the video, we may be fully vaccinated here in the United States. Alrighty, folks, those are the numbers for March the 7th, Sunday. I look forward to seeing you back here on Monday, same time, same bat channel, and hopefully we'll be able to have even better numbers. I don't think so, though. I think they threw us a shamrock today with all this green on the screen because today was an exceptionally good day. We would like to think it's going to be good, but the weekends always seem to be a lot better than the weeks, at least as we move on here. Alrighty, folks, have a really blessed Sunday, the rest of your day. See you back here tomorrow.